And that's a wrap. Thanks for coming,
All right.
everybody. Talk to you later.
Can I leave now?
Yep.
Cool.
Jordan, what do you hate?
I never left, so I'm here now. Come on. Okay, now I'm ready. You know? No, I have a question.
Jordan, I already asked you a question.
No, wait.
Jordan, I already asked you a question.
What is it?
I already asked it.
I was gone. I left. So, can I ask you a question before I answer your question?
Sure. But you know what my question was, right? You
Yes.
know it, right? So, but
Yes.
you're gonna answer after you ask your question?
Yes.
Okay.
So may I ask it now?
Yeah, sure. Just as long as you know what the other question, my question is.
May you go first this time?
In what?
In the question asking?
Yeah, I did. I asked you a question. I already went.
No. May I ask it first? That's. I hate steamrollers. What I want you to do is edit this so I go first.
Yeah, okay. I promise. That's a Noah promise.
Noah promises. You've told me before that Noah promises when you promise someone, you actually do the opposite of what you promise.
That's only when I say yeah for sure. And that's true, actually. I think I've said that before. If somebody ever
for sure,
asks me to, it's usually to like when somebody asks me like about hanging out, like, oh, we should hang out in the future or whatever. I say yeah for sure when I'm
for sure.
when I have no intention of hanging out with that person.
The most that's ever happened was when high school ended.
Oh, whoa!
Can you not hear me?
It looks. I thought you were muted. You're just like really delayed on my screen. Your voice is really delayed from your video. Like for so long that I thought you were muted for a second. That was crazy.
Is it good now?
No. Like it's literally like a second and a half behind. It's really far behind. Oh.
Is it good now?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? The most like when that happened the most was at the end of high school.
Yeah.
It's when people realized, hey, we're not gonna see each other like ever, so we should hang out. And then everyone's like, yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Happened.
Yeah, for sure.
Summer,
dude. Especially if I say
summer,
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
Yeah,
it's never gonna happen.
The summer after senior year of high school, I may have seen maximum of 10 people from high school.
I would agree. 10 people. Yeah, that summer after high school, maybe 10 people from high school.
Maybe, yeah.
I can think of 8 off the top of my head.
That's pretty good, actually. Off the top of your head, 8?
Yeah.
I can think of 5. So, yeah, 5.
Yeah.
Noah, what do you hate?
I hate that you tried to go first today, even though I had already gone first. Yeah, it does.
Count.
Why not?
Because you said mine doesn't count.
Oh. That's fair, I guess.
Yeah.
Welcome to We Hate Things, episode 38.
Welcome to episode 38. We are finally divisible.
It was a really good intro.
Divisible by 4, so that's
by 6.
We're both wrong.
So
that's good.
Yeah.
Welcome back. I got a new sweater long sleeve.
It's nice. It's really nice.
Thank you. I've never owned one of these before. I'm really hot, but also very comfy at the same time.
Nice. Open your window.
What's
What's the weather?
window's broken.
What's the weather down there right now?
Normal. It's kind of chilly out. Like the wind chill's kind of like makes it a little bit chilly, but here, I'll show you.
It's been raining all day here.
Can you see that? Yeah, it's like
Oh,
normal.
that's nice. Nice sunny day.
It's pretty nice. I can't. Here, I'll try to show you. I can't open
You can't
this.
open your window? Oh, that's a problem. You
Yeah,
could get somebody
so,
to fix that.
Yeah, I've never had time to just like go to my RA and say, hey, can someone fix this? Because then he'd have to call someone. It's not really that important.
You should do it. Having a window open is nice.
It is, and I've been suffering. So
Yeah, so
it's very stuffy in here all the time.
Exactly. You need to take care of that.
So hopefully that'll.
They'll just notice, even though
Resolve.
nobody ever goes in your room. That's not how that works.
You can't go into each other's rooms.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You think your RA is just gonna notice that your window's broken?
I'm expecting a knock from my door saying, "Hey, I noticed the other day
From the outside.
From the outside of
your
your
window wasn't open. I just assumed that means it's broken."
And I say, "Yes, yes, it is," and then all my problems are solved. My philosophy really here is don't do anything and just wait for problems to just magically resolve themselves.
It's a bad philosophy.
And I am never been happier. How was your week, buddy?
First of all, look what I got back. Look what I'm...
Yay! You got it.
It's here. I got it finally.
You got it.
It's been
Finally.
too long.
It now feels like the podcast. And now it didn't feel like
we're back. We're back, baby.
We're back, baby. We're back. We said that a month ago, but we're back.
We were back then, and we're back now. We never left.
Backpack.
We've always been back.
Backpack in the back and the bull's back in the back.
That was nice. It was like you were already putting effects on it in post, but you're doing it right now.
It's not in post, it's in present.
In We'll fix that in now.
We'll fix that in the present.
We'll fix that in present.
Back in the back. That's it.
My week is fine.
How are you doing, man?
My week was fine. I had 3 days of fundies this week, which a little bit tiring, which is strange
3 days of
because
what?
it's only
fundies,
fundamentals, which is strange because it's only 3 days, so I don't know why it was tiring, but it was.
Because that's an all-day class, right? Basically.
Yeah, it's like 6.5, 7 hours. 6.5.
That's like all day. That's a work day.
It's a day, yeah. But it was good. I got elected to be my class sous chef. Or I guess not elected. My teacher chose me.
What, dude? That's even better.
Yeah, I'll be the sous chef for like a month. Yeah, so I'm the ruling dictator of my class now.
Cool.
I'm in charge of everything. I'm actually in charge of the school now. They just put me.
Oh.
They put me up top. Yeah.
Nice.
So it's really fun.
I love democracy.
Yeah. Isn't it great?
Isn't it great just being chosen, not by majority rule, but by just an.
I got nominated by a few classmates, and then my teacher chose me, so that's cool.
Oh, okay. So it's
a little
like
bit of both. It's like
not.
It's like
It's a vice president.
It's like democratic elections in Russia.
That's so weird to think about. I'm thinking secret Hitler. You're the president, and everyone's saying, "Hey, you should pick this guy," and then you pick another guy for chancellor.
Yeah.
You're the
it's
chancellor.
like that. It's like that. I'm the chancellor.
So, what does the sous chef of a class entail?
Mostly just keeping people on time, making sure all the different teams' duties are getting done. Occasionally actually telling people what to do. But hopefully most of the time people know what they should be doing.
Yeah.
But if they don't, that's part of my job, telling them what to do, and then also, hopefully, to take some of the pressure off of our chef, because I mean she already has a million things going on, but then 37 different people coming to her with questions during class. It's a lot for her. So hopefully, take some of the pressure off of her. That's part of my job. But yeah, it's cool. I was proud that I got chosen for that. That was fun. How's go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, so compared to the experience that you've had, what's the experience of like your other classmates?
What?
Compared to the experience you've had before coming to school, what's the experience that your other classmates have had?
Oh, like my background? Okay. I mean, there's a lot of different people from a lot of different places. There's some people from California. There's I know a dude from Georgia, and yeah, I know.
Oh, Georgia, the Sunshine State.
Mm-hmm. This one girl in my class, and she said this today. That's the only reason I actually remember this. But she said she was going into politics, and she was going to school for politics for like 6 years, and it was really soul draining, and all I could think about was Jack.
Yeah.
so that was cool. So yeah, there's just a lot of different people with a lot of different backgrounds, so it's cool.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
How's school been for you?
Not bad.
Being back,
very busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, being on campus is like a lot busier than not being on campus.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Like my whole day is now like dedicated to school. I get to like go to lunch with Ashton a lot more because I live up here.
Yeah, that's definitely a perk. You do you're a lot closer, so that's cool.
I'm not lonely anymore, which is great.
That's fun. I am.
I know. Haha.
Ha.
I have relationships with people, and you don't. So.
Well, I mean, I have friends.
That's the joke.
I was just talking about. I don't know. I was trying to come up with another joke. I was trying to come up with something. I didn't get anywhere fast enough. Oh well.
Yikes. But yeah, last night I went to Ashton's till like 10:30 just to hang out, and she got a Letterboxd account. And we just like went through movies, just like, hey, I've watched that. This is what I think about it.
Coca-Cola Red is a very pleasing red, and obviously that's on purpose.
Yeah,
but
they did that right.
Yeah,
they did that right. But yeah, went to her house. We apartment. But yeah, I left at like 10:30. Got Cane's. Was driving to Biola, but then I'm like, I'll just stop by the house that my friends live in. So I stopped by, and they were watching Justice League, but they were already halfway through. So I'm like,
so you only saw the second half?
I only saw the second half, but I asked like, hey, what happened in the first half? And they're like, nothing happened. Okay. Literally nothing.
I'm like 45 minutes into it, and
oh, you started it?
Yeah, I started it. I didn't want anything to be spoiled because I don't know. So I did start it. It's definitely. Is it good? I don't know if I can say that yet because
I mean you haven't finished it yet.
I'm only 45 minutes into it, but it's a hell of a lot closer to good than the original was already. So
I know a lot of like different opinions of whether it's good or bad. So
far,
literally, if you say if it's terrible or if you say it's incredible, I won't blame you because like I've literally heard both sides and I'm in the middle.
Yeah. So far, like I said, it is a lot better than the first one. It's a lot more serious, which is a good thing.
Great. Yeah.
The first one tried to make too many stupid jokes and they were all bad, and this one is a lot more serious, so that's good. And also, Wonder Woman kills a guy. She throws him against the wall, and his head blood splatters against the wall. Like, she legit kills a dude. So it's a lot more serious, which is good.
Isn't it rated R?
I think they did end up rating it R. Yeah.
There's like
Also,
6 epilogue scenes, by
are
the
there?
way. So yeah,
I mean, it does it in chapters, which I don't know if that's a good or bad idea.
very Zack Snyder to be like, my movie's gonna have chapters. Yeah.
I feel like chapters got really popular with Tarantino, and now a lot of directors want to be him, so they do chapters, and it just
I feel like
doesn't work
Scorsese also
as
did like a
well.
chapter movie
But he never
structure.
did like chapter titles,
Yeah. Um.
like Tarantino does.
Wes Anderson also did them for a little bit.
He's very
Didn't he?
unique, though. He can do anything, and I'd be like, yeah.
He's like, yeah, okay,
I'd
yeah.
be like, yeah, that makes sense. Even sometimes it doesn't work well for Tarantino. Like, I don't know if chapters in movies work super well. Like, naming the chapters and everything.
For Inglorious Bastards, it threw me off. That one threw me off. But for like Hateful Eight, I needed it.
Hateful Eight definitely works, especially if you watch the director's cut that's actually split into 4 episodes.
Yeah.
I think that's on Netflix, which is actually surprisingly, even though it's longer, it's like 4 hours long, it's the more digestible way to watch the movie because it is split into 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually split up, which is actually very smart. Which they probably should have done for Justice League.
Yeah, but Zack Snyder wanted to be a movie, not a freaking.
Also, it's in a
miniseries.
4:3 aspect ratio, which is strange. I can respect.
I forgot about it.
No. I mean,
watched.
You totally forget about it. It's an odd decision for like a superhero movie, and I can respect the creative vision behind it. But I was surprised that it was in 4:3.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah, I finished it. I gave it a 6 out of 10.
But you only saw the second half.
Yeah, exactly. I saw from the people that there was like 20 people in the apartment. In the house.
You haven't seen the original, have you?
No.
I think the fact that, and if it stays the way it is right now, it's already better than the original, might boost its score a little bit.
I know people that gave it 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10.
No, it's not. It's definitely not going to get anywhere. It's the max it could go, and this is only if it really surprises me. The max it will go is an 8 out of 10. Yeah. The max, and that is very unlikely already. Like right people now, from what I've seen, if you ask me to rate the first 45 minutes, I would say like a 5 or 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I heard Green. Spoilers.
Green Lantern. I think I heard something about that. Maybe I didn't, but you did just spoil that, which is. Fine. You know, I actually don't really care. Now that I think about it, I don't care.
Yeah, it's DC. Who cares?
Yeah, DC. The bummer thing about DC is all the characters suck. It's a real bummer.
Like, there's the people that gave it 9 out of 10. There was just like, I remember before I even say that. I remember what I was gonna say before. People are trying to equate this to Endgame. Like, I know a lot of people, especially aspiring movie critics, trying to say this is like Endgame, when I don't understand how they got to that point. This is their Avengers movie. This is their Avengers 1 movie. This movie is actually a lot like it.
It's supposed to be Avengers 1. I mean, it's
which
worse.
Is a lot. It's a lot like it. In terms of structure and plot, it's a lot like it. And
I don't understand why or how people are equating it to Endgame. It doesn't make any sense.
Like, this movie is better than Endgame because this is. It pisses me off.
Did Jalen say that?
No, someone else in the house that is very pretentious about like movie. No, it wasn't in the house actually. It was just someone on Letterboxd that I know. That like.
So someone that's trying to be a smart movie critic, but is actually an idiot.
Yep.
Nice.
The other thing I was going to say is the only person that I trust with this movie is Mark, my friend Mark, because Mark is actually more of a DC fan than a Marvel fan, and he like watched all the cartoon. Yeah, you know Mark. Watched all the cartoon movies, played the Batman games, played all the Lego games, so he knows like a lot about the DC universe, and there's a lot.
So he's like
arguably more than Marvel. Yes.
Like I saw all of the comic books. I read some of the comics, not all of the comics. Read some of the comics. but I saw all of the cartoons when I was young. I played all of
Yep.
the video games, all of the Lego video games, all of the actual
Yep.
regular video games. So I know a lot,
Yeah, Mark is like that, but DC.
but he's
And
DC, yeah.
He's the only one. He's the only one whose like opinion I care about. And
Mhm.
when I was watching him while watching the movie, and he was just so excited. He
Okay.
just loved the movie.
Yeah, I know
Um,
somebody up here that really likes DC, and I haven't talked to him. I don't know if he's seen it yet, but he was really excited for this, so we'll see.
Yeah, I talked to him after, and he's like, "Yeah, I have problems with it, of course. Like the fact that this and this and this and this and this and this. I won't tell you because you haven't seen the movie yet."
Yeah.
But he said, "You know what? But I just love the movie because of this. You know."
There are already problems with it, but they're not huge problems yet. Some of the acting, for some reason, for particular characters is okay, and some of the action just looks a little weird. Like
Yeah, I agree with that.
Wonder Woman, her fight scenes are pretty cool, at least in the first 45 minutes, but they speed her up a lot, and it just looks strange. Like, her CGI in the first fight scene that she's in looks really weird because she's just really sped up for some reason, and it just doesn't look like normal for a physical human being, so it just feels strange. It almost feels like the Uncanny Valley, where it's not quite fake enough to be cool, but it's not quite real enough to be cool. It just looks kind of weird.
I was watching this movie with JJ because he's the one that invited me over, saying, "Hey, we're watching this. You should just pop over." Something Wonder Woman does something, and he's like, "Go back to Wakanda or wherever you're from," and everyone laughed. It was so
I'm
funny.
really conflicted. Not conflicted. I really don't know if Gal Gadot is a good actress or not. I'm not sure. She's
I
definitely
honestly
there,
don't care if she is.
and she has a presence.
The only person you know what's weird? The only person that I know is a great actor is Ezra Miller, and I think he has one of the weaker performances in this movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I was
Just because his character's like, yeah.
I was slightly excited to see what they did with him in this movie because I know they give him an actual arc instead of what they did in the first one, which is not that. Are you there? You're a little frozen. Are you?
Yep, I'm here.
Say something again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
I heard everything you said.
Okay. And I've always honestly been a little conflicted about Ben Affleck too. Like, he's all right. He has some
Me
good
too.
roles. Like, have you seen what was it? The Accountant? Is that what it was called?
I've never seen The Accountant. I have never seen
Was
Gone
it The
Girl.
Accountant?
Yeah, the Accountant.
Yeah, that's a really good performance for him. I've never seen Gone Girl. I've never. He was fine in Good Will Hunting, but he plays a very small role in that.
He's a
so,
supporting actor, yeah.
yeah. So he's never been like the best actor either. Henry
He
Cavill
was-
is great as Superman because he just is Superman already.
Yeah, that's his role.
Yeah. And Ezra Miller is a good actor. I haven't gotten to him yet in the movie, so we'll see. I mean,
Everything
I
he's
saw
in,
the
I love,
original.
so.
I saw the original, and he was good-ish. Only as
And he's
good
getting
as
his own
anybody
standalone
could
movie.
be in that movie.
It's supposed to be
so.
Flashpoint too.
Is it going to be Flashpoint?
I'm pretty sure
I do like the Flashpoint paradox.
because they announced Michael Keaton's Batman in it.
See, they're trying to catch up with Marvel again.
Already doing like a multiverse kind of thing, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like Flashpoint
Because
is like one of the
have they-
DC's best stories.
Have they not learned that trying to do what Marvel took 10 years to do in 1 year doesn't work?
But like I said, Flashpoint is one of
No,
DC's
I totally
best
agree.
stories. If
The
not
only-
the best story.
No, I mean, the best story in general is just Batman and Joker. best-
I'm talking Justice League. I'm talking Justice League.
You said DC, not Justice League.
Okay,
and
fine.
also-
I meant Justice.
And also, Flashpoint isn't Justice League. It's just DC. It's just Flash. The Justice League characters are in it, but it's
With
not
all
a
the
Justice
Justice
League
League.
story. It's a Flash
Right.
story. But the thing is, the Justice League characters don't have to be in it. The Flash TV show did Flashpoint without all of the Justice League characters.
Flashpoint isn't a thing. It's an actual story. There's a Flashpoint story.
There are different takes on it, though.
Yeah, okay. I've only seen one of them, I guess. It's the movie that's called Flashpoint.
The animated one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good movie.
It's a really good one. The DC cartoon movies are really, really good. Under the Red Hood, great.
Under the Red Hood is fantastic.
Killing Joke, great.
Killing Joke was all right. I think I was too excited for it, and it was just fine.
Killing Joke is amazing because they did shot for shot comic.
Compared to the comics, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
But in the comics, and I could be wrong about this because I didn't read the comics, doesn't one of them die in the Killing Joke? Batman or Joker?
No one dies in the Killing Joke.
I could have sworn.
No, I read the Killing Joke. No one dies.
Okay, I didn't. So you know more about this than me.
Yeah. I read Killing Joke. Death of the Family is my favorite. That's the one where Jason Todd dies. Joker kills Jason Todd. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I agree that Batman and Joker story is the best thing that DC did.
It's the best thing that has come out of DC, of anything.
Evil Superman is also like an iconic thing.
It's a pretty good one. What is it? Justice League Dark or whatever? Where Batman has a plan he has a contingency plan for the entire Justice League if any of them go bad. I like that whole concept. That's fun. Yeah. That was in one of the animated movies that I saw when I was younger.
I don't remember. That was in Injustice. That's a video game.
No, it was a movie, but that's also the video game. You're right about that. Yeah. But I remember distinctly a movie where he has a contingency plan for all the Justice League, and it's cool because Batman's not a powerful character, so just a guy in a bat suit.
Cool. I love it. Batman is just so cool.
He's super cool, but when you compare him to other superheroes, he really should not stand a chance.
But he does. That's why he's
because
cool.
He has a contingency plan. Because he's so smart
and rich.
But the thing is, shouldn't he just build himself some better stuff, like an Iron Man suit?
He doesn't need to.
Then he could be more powerful. Isn't that the smart thing to do, though?
Batman versus Superman. He does in Batman versus Superman, basically.
Let me tell you something. If you are in an argument and you say the words Batman versus Superman, you lose. You lose the argument because that is a bad movie.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. But yeah, DC should be better.
It should be better, but all of their characters suck except for like 4 of them.
Superman sucks.
Superman is boring. Wonder Woman is all right. I really don't know.
Green Lantern's
fine.
You know what? He's fine. I actually, Green Lantern's not on the list. Green Lantern in the Lego movie is amazing.
Yeah, the only reason in my mind Green Lantern is it's in the bad category is because of the movie, but the character I'm not so sure about.
Yeah.
Obviously Batman's great. Surprisingly enough, Jason Momoa as Aquaman, pretty cool.
I've never seen the movie, but I've heard it's like.
Oh no, the movie is not good. I'm saying him as the character. He makes the character cooler than he should be.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Just watch the rest of this movie so we can talk about it.
You should watch the beginning of the movie so we can talk about it.
Yeah.
I know they said nothing happens, but you still have to see the whole movie so we can actually talk about the whole movie.
It's so long.
It's only
Jack's not gonna even watch it.
Now it's only 2 hours for you because you've already seen the second half.
That's true.
So
that's like 2 movies, though.
That's 1 movie.
Shoot.
Before you do that though, you should freaking watch Donnie Darko.
I'll watch it either tonight or tomorrow, I swear.
I'm definitely going to title this episode, I promise, we do the
No.
Donnie Darko review this time.
No, we need to label it. Our Marvel marathon comes to a close because it does.
It does, actually. You're absolutely right about that.
Speaking of that, would you like to switch over to the movie review, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome
Yeah,
to.
That's not how we do it. We've never done it like that.
Welcome to We Hate Movies,
You're
where
just
we
trying
don't
to change
actually.
up everything about this episode, aren't you?
I am.
Let me ask you something before we get into
Yeah, go ahead.
before we
Go
get.
ahead, go ahead.
Why did you wanna go first today?
To spice things up, dude. I don't know.
That's boring.
That is not a good argument. Gotta be honest. Before we off topic,
Mhm.
you know what TV show I started with Ashton today?
What did you start with,
Last
Ashton?
Airbender.
You know what I started yesterday?
What?
Last Airbender.
I convinced her to watch it, and she.
That's so good. That's so exciting.
Yeah, and the one thing she made me promise is I can't try to hype it up. I can't talk it up at all. I just need to watch it with her because what she.
I mean, I'm sure she's already heard you hype it up a lot.
That's why she didn't want to watch it.
Yeah.
She doesn't like when people hype up things because
She's
then
one of those.
there's a pressure to liking it, and if there's a pressure to liking it, it makes you want to not like it.
That's actually a
which
much more reasonable explanation than some of our other friends who say they just don't like watching popular things.
Now that's a terrible argument. No, Ashton actually.
Like the friend of
Makes
ours that said, if somebody tells me to watch something, I don't
I
want
just
to
want to watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Which
I
is
don't want
not-
to. That's bad. That's dumb.
Yeah. It's dumb. Anyways, that's it. I also watched most of Gravity Falls.
Most of, so you're not done yet.
No.
You know, like 2 weeks ago, before you actually started watching Gravity Falls, I had an idea that I forgot to talk to you about, so it doesn't matter anymore. But I was thinking about doing, and just testing it out, so it would be, I would choose like a shorter series, like Gravity Falls, that's the idea that I had, of doing like a review on an episode a week, just like a quick, like 30-second review, just talking about a TV show. My idea was Gravity Falls because, one, it's short, so if we didn't want to keep doing that, it would end quickly. But two, something different, something interesting happens every week. You can talk about each episode every week. But then you start Gravity Falls, so...
My problem with that is TV shows like Gravity Falls, I would just want to keep watching.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to just do one episode. That's too slow.
entirely fair, actually.
That's 40 weeks to finish
Also,
Gravity Falls.
are you going to start listening to my recommendations on things more now? Because first it was Avatar that you never watched until you did, and then you loved it. And then next it was Gravity Falls, which you never watched until you did, and then you loved it. Are you going to start listening to me more now or not?
Name one other thing.
I told you to watch both of those shows for years, and you were like, I'm too cool for that. You didn't actually say that, but I knew that's what you were thinking.
First of all, I am too cool for everything.
You
Second
loved
of all,
both of those
name
more than
one
anybody.
other thing. Name one other thing you told me to watch that I haven't done yet.
Donnie Darko.
Name one other thing.
2 weeks now, actually.
One other thing. You say you're gonna start watching stuff I told you to watch, and then but I've already done that.
Wait, you want me to name another thing that you should watch?
Name a thing that you told me to watch in the past that I kept telling you that I don't want to.
Like, are we talking just movies, or just TV
No,
shows, or movies in general, movies
Anything.
as well?
Anything.
There are definitely more things.
I kept telling you to watch Surf Ninjas, and you haven't watched Surf Ninjas yet. So
That's because I have to watch that with you.
that's true. It's very true.
There are definitely things. I mean, I've recommended things before, but nothing comes to mind right now. Like Avatar, where I told you to watch it a million times, or like Gravity Falls, where I told you to watch it a million times. I've recommended other things, but nothing as much as those two that I can think of right now.
Over the Garden Wall, but I'm waiting till Halloween.
Over the Garden Wall. I told you to do it last Halloween.
That's true. That was my bad. That was just I forgot.
We were gonna review it too.
Anyways, welcome to movie reviews.
This
We
is a
watched
strange
one.
episode.
We watched one movie.
He didn't watch Donnie Darko. Again,
We watched one
this is the
movie.
second week in a
One
row.
One movie. You know what else I watched that I didn't watch Donnie Darko? Uncut Gems. I did
I
watch that
can't
movie.
believe I can't. You said I didn't have time, and you watched at least 2 movies
You know, when it's like 5 days
and like
before we
16
record,
episodes of
when it's
Gravity
like, when
Falls.
it's like 5 days.
like
okay,
like 20 episodes of
TV
Gravity
no.
Falls.
I don't have 2 hours of time. Like for a TV show, I have like maybe a half hour, 40 minutes of time. I watch like 2 episodes intermittently. TV show is not a good argument.
I'm just disappointed.
Yeah.
You really need to see. We need to talk about this movie. I watched it today.
You watched it while I told you I didn't watch it.
Yeah, but I still watched it. I was already watching it when you said I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
I was already like.
Would you like to
halfway
talk about the movie we did watch?
through it. Sure. The Incredible Hulk. What did we think?
So, by Edward Norton. He made this movie.
By Edward Norton.
He made this movie.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
No, we watched Far From Home
The last movie in our Marvel marathon.
in the Infinity Saga. This is it. This is the end.
This is it.
Hold on, let me rewatch it real quick, just so I can keep it all on the top of my brain. Okay, 1 second. Hold on.
All right, go
Let me
ahead. I'll wait.
I'm just gonna start it real quick. Hold on, I gotta pull it up on this place. Oh, that's right. I had to not watch it on any of my streaming services. Hold on, give me a second.
You mean like Netflix?
Yeah, like Netflix. Hold on, give me a second. You know, just 1 second. I just need to rewatch the entire movie right now, so I can.
It would be rude if I like did anything else like
Yeah,
while
so
you.
give me 1 second. Oh, bro. Falcon Winter Soldier tomorrow.
Yep. I thought it came out today because I thought today.
I think it comes out tonight at midnight, right?
Tonight midnight, yeah. Well, technically tonight at like 8 because I think it's Easter.
No, well, I mean, WandaVision came out at midnight on like everywhere.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, really?
As far as I know, I mean, I remember it came out at midnight here, so maybe it's everywhere and maybe it's just here. So I don't know.
Let's see.
Hold on.
Yep, I'm waiting. Don't worry.
Yeah, give me a second. Just one second. What is Pepita de la? What does that say? What is that? VECI? Veci?
I think so.
I'm getting errors.
I think it's Italian. What are you trying to look up?
I'm trying to watch all of Far From Home
You're
right
gonna watch
now,
the
but
movie?
it's not working.
Did you watch Far From Home?
There we go. Yes, I did. But
Okay.
now this is taking too long to just... I was gonna actually start it, but this is taking too long. I was gonna just do it for the joke, but then that lasted way too long.
Yeah.
Because that website is dumb.
And I.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic
Well, I'm gonna
opening to that
restart.
movie. Fantastic opening to that movie.
I like that. So good. So
So
good. I like Homecomings better, but really, really good. Like
Homecomings
it took the
is a film by Peter Parker. That's a good one.
it took the seriousness of the blip and just made it. They just make fun of it. Like everyone died, but it's a high school.
But it's not. It's
big
not
editing.
just them making fun of it like it is an actual joke. It's them making fun of it by saying this is how teenagers try to be serious, and it's hilarious because
it's really, really good.
that video made by high schoolers and they're all idiots. and it's hilarious.
Yeah. Gone, but not forgotten.
What a
All
good, what a good movie.
It was
I
really
think
good. It's very
I haven't put it on my list yet. I'll do that. I'll do that in a minute. I think I do like it better than Far From Home, though. I mean, from Homecoming. And I went back and forth on this, and I probably will go back and forth on it in the future. Oh, excuse me. But I've gone back and forth on this a lot. Between the two, they're so close for me, and they're so good for so many different reasons. Here's my assessment.
Yes.
The Homecoming is a Peter Parker movie. Far From Home is a Spider-Man movie.
I disagree.
That's fair. They're both, and it does it both really well. I'm just trying to separate the two, and it's really hard.
They're both Peter Parker movies, but the reality is everyone else is saying this is a Spider-Man movie.
Everyone in the world wants it to be a Spider-Man movie.
Yes, because Homecoming, he wants it. It's in Homecoming. He wants it to be a Spider-Man movie, but it's a Peter Parker movie. In this one, he wants it to be a Peter Parker movie, but it's
a Spider-Man movie. That's what no, I'm right. I think I'm right. I think the first one's a Peter Parker, and the second one is a Spider-Man movie.
I think they're both Peter Parker movies, but what he wants the movie to be changes.
Yeah, and he's wrong both times, I think.
Yes, he's wrong. No. I think he's right the second time.
Listen, in reality, they're both. They both address the Peter Parker side and the Spider-Man side of the character very well. But in order to find some semblance of separation between the two, because they're an amazing pair of movies, my assessment, and this is just my personal assessment, is that the first one is more Peter Parker and the second one is more Spider-Man. But you're absolutely right that in Homecoming, he wanted it to be Spider-Man, and it was Peter Parker. And in Far From Home, he wanted it to be Peter Parker, and I think it was more Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Which is
genius, which is great. I think, and I honestly do like Homecoming more. This watch confirmed it for me.
Okay.
Not because this movie is any worse.
No, of course not. It's not because either movie is worse. It's because one is better, which means one is worse. But you know what we're trying to say.
I don't think one is better. I think I just enjoyed Homecoming. It's different.
It's very different.
Okay.
They're very different, but they're very similar in certain ways.
Mm-hmm.
But they are different movies, and that's a good thing.
Oh, I thought they were more far apart in my list, but they're actually only one movie is in between them.
What is it? Wait, we'll go over later. We'll do the list later.
You didn't hear me.
You didn't hear. I'll mute it. I'll mute you for that.
Okay. Cool. Thank you for remembering to do that.
Wait, I can just look at what the actual time is now. It's so much easier than estimating. 45. So much easier. Anyway, let's keep going. Keep us going. Keep us rolling. You started off with Gone but Not Forgotten. I led the endgame discussion, so you lead this.
Okay, you're right. So this movie starts out, and it goes from the high school, and explains the blip in a high school format very, very, very well. Of like, hey, this is what happened, and it was really, really weird, and we think it was all weird. And I'm like, okay, cool. The world is just confused by it and wants to move on. I get it. And it goes straight into, okay, this is how I'm gonna tell MJ I like her. It goes straight into, this is a Peter Parker movie. And Spider-Man is not in this movie until Aunt May's thing.
Until
then it goes into the problem of the world is thinking Spider-Man's going to be the next Iron Man, but he doesn't want to be. And he just wants to be the neighborhood Spider-Man.
You know what I wish was really in this movie is that trailer where he's fighting all the dudes. I think it's a restaurant or something, and then the cops show up.
The gang, yeah.
He's fighting the gang, and it was like a restaurant or something. And then the cops show up, and they're like, "You gonna be the next Spider-Man?" And they joke around, and he has quips and everything, and they're like, "I'm too busy doing your job," and that's hilarious. And then they're like, "You want to be you trying to be the next Iron Man?" Blah blah blah. That was just all around a good scene. If you haven't seen that scene, go look it up on YouTube. and it was just one of the trailers, and then it wasn't in the final cut, but it was a really good scene, and I wish it was in the movie.
It's better than the charity Salvation Army.
Than the Aunt May thing, yeah.
But I get that they want to develop Aunt May's character just a little bit.
They could have put both in. That's only like it was only like a 30, 45 second scene, maybe a minute or two.
Yeah, but if you think about it, in the final cut, where would it go?
Right before the Aunt May scene, because he says, "I have a thing to get to" in that scene. I think.
Oh, you're right.
Or maybe he says, "I'm going on vacation." So after the Aunt May thing. Definitely before or after the Aunt May thing.
But those scenes should succeed.
Those scenes should go together, yes.
Got it. I also love that the whole time it's a Spider-Man movie. I didn't know I already said this, but it's a whole time Spider-Man movie, but Peter Parker the entire time says, "I'm not going to be Spider-Man in this movie. Sorry, I'm going on vacation." I love that. It makes me like the character more, not because he's Spider-Man, but because of the character Peter Parker.
Yeah, he doesn't. He wants it to be a. He wants it to be a Peter Parker movie, like we were saying, and it's great, and then it's not.
It's a good high school movie too, because you know a movie is impactful and really good when you care about the crush that's happening just as much as the end of the world.
Yeah.
Because this romance is actually really good. I like this one, and it made me care about it. Marvel does not do well with romances.
I would agree. This is a good one.
Yeah.
Star-Lord and Gamora is a good one, and I think that's it.
And then that's it. Yeah, that's it. Can't think of any other one.
Hawkeye and his wife are an honorable mention, but they're already together, so it doesn't matter.
For already together, you can throw in Tony and Pepper when they're married.
That's fair. They're good too.
Tony and Pepper before they're married, I didn't give a crap.
I didn't really care. Yeah, agreed.
No, I didn't care. Maybe the first Iron Man I cared a little bit, but
maybe. Let's keep talking about this movie.
Far From Home. Okay.
I'm gonna play different music. I'm not vibing with this music today.
You can just turn it off. I'm scared to play any other music. You can put on jazz. Try putting on jazz. YouTube royalty-free jazz music.
I would assume so.
Yeah, put that on, and then you can just cut this out.
Okay, we're good. We're back. I put on some different music.
Okay, cool.
Where were we? What were we talking?
We were at.
We were talking about romances in the MCU and how we don't care about them. Okay, let's move on from that. What's next?
Move on. They get to Europe.
Yeah, that's a whole fun thing.
And then you're expecting the elementals to happen because they introduce them, and then
at the beginning of the movie,
you're also expecting Mysterio. And if you're not a Marvel fan or even a Spider-Man fan or even a Marvel fan, you don't know if Mysterio is bad or not.
Yeah,
but you don't know how.
Being a Marvel fan, you know that he's a bad guy, but
he's a villain. He's one of the most popular villains.
Yeah, but that was still a really fun. He was still a really fun villain, despite knowing that he was a villain. Going in.
They did a very, very good job of just implementing the Mysterio, like his gimmick into this movie. Just like
Jake Gyllenhaal. What's not to love about Jake Gyllenhaal? And if you had watched Donnie Darko, we would have been able to talk about Jake Gyllenhaal twice today.
I love Jake Gyllenhaal.
He's great.
Yeah, everything's Brokeback Mountain.
I've never seen Brokeback Mountain, actually.
He makes out with Heath Ledger. It's great.
I know, which is, both of them great. They're great, so
yeah.
What's not to love?
What's not to love about that movie? But yeah, this the Mysterio villain, they do a very, very good job, and I would say he's like one of the best villains just because of intent, his aspirations and motive. Just like really, really good, and it makes sense of like he's a scientist. He does illusionary tech. While I think in some comics he actually knows magic.
And they all know different things and variations of comics.
Yeah.
One argument I heard against this movie that people didn't like was that The villain was once again just somebody angry at Tony Stark.
Yeah,
Which
but
is
who would be
true.
angry at? Who would be
Who would be-
angry at?
But
Peter?
no, that's totally true, and that's the counter argument to their counter argument. Who would be angry? He's just a 15-year-old kid. What is he? 16 at this point?
He is now 18. Like in when No Way Home comes out, he's gonna be 18.
Oh, but in
He is 17 in this movie.
he is not 17 in this movie. No way. Because he was 15 in the first one, because that's when he becomes Spider-Man. And
16 in Infinity War.
And this was at the same time as pretty much right after Infinity War, because he got dusted.
Yeah.
So,
No, I think they said 8 months after Infinity War, right? Or Endgame.
You know, we could just look it up.
Yeah, when does Far From
Give me a
Home take
second.
place?
I'm not even going to look it up.
All I know is
how old
they
was
can't keep just saying Tom Holland's a teenager forever, because he's starting to really not look like a teenager.
No, he still looks the same, I think. Eventually, they'll have to start calling him an adult.
Exactly.
Far From Home. He should have been 21. 16, I was right.
He's 16 in this movie?
Far From Home, yeah.
What?
I was right. Yeah, I told you. What, you think
He
I
has
don't
gone
know
through a
things
lot
or
in 2
something?
years.
Oh, yeah. But no, yeah, that the counter argument to their counter argument being that who would hate him is great, but now also we're seeing who would hate him. He's building up, a group of people that might hate him, a group of very bad, very insidious people. So far, we're at about 3. I feel, and this is just me.
Use the wrong word.
I feel that a group of maybe 6 insidious doesn't
people.
quite seem like the right word. What am I?
Let's see.
Despicable.
Six. Sadistic.
Oh, you know what? Comics like illusions a lot. It's illusions, right? Comics like illusions. So maybe like the Sadistic Six or
Sadistic Six or
the Cinnamon Six. No, that's not.
That's good. I like that.
That's not right. We're almost there.
You're almost there.
The 6 sinister guys. That's
Sinister's good.
I like the 6 sinister guys. I think we nailed it.
Yeah, I like that. So we have Vulture.
So right now we're at Vulture, Scorpion, and Mysterio. Mysterio is not typically, as far as I know, part of the Sinister Six. And also he's dead.
He's dead.
But I don't think he's going to be dead, to be honest.
But then they have Doc Ock and Electro in the next one.
Doc Ock and Electro, the actors that play them in the original Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man, respectively, are confirmed. That being...
that's 4.
Oh, I'm spacing. Doc Ock, the actor.
Right. I don't know. I forgot his name. Hold on, I got it.
Something. And Jamie Foxx as Electro. How can I not remember this? I was literally just... I just thought about him yesterday.
Alfred Molina.
Thank you, Alfred Molina. Jeez. But they could also just be because this hopefully is going to be a Spider-Verse movie. They could also just be flashes, cameos. So we'll see.
Yeah, maybe.
So we're at 4 or 5 now. If Mysterio's not dead.
Very well. Actually, no. They confirmed that he is dead. Because Peter literally used Edith and is Peter Tinkle to say, "Hey, is there any illusion going on? Is he dead?" And Edith said, there is no illusion tech going on right
There's
now.
no illusion tech, yeah, but somebody can be dead without. I mean, somebody can be alive without using illusion tech.
So he just looks like,
He's just holding his breath. Like, I really hope Spider-Man doesn't notice that I'm still alive.
is he gone yet? Oh,
Oh no, he's still there.
oh,
Oh, he's gone. Okay.
man, I feel really sinister right now.
No, but it's super. It's I feel really sinister, guys. I'm feeling something here. If anybody can be alive, it's a villain in a superhero movie. So
That's true.
I mean, Merlin, not Merlin. Is it Arthur survived in Kingsman? He just did. That's not superhero, but he just did.
Yeah, that's true.
Colin Firth.
Yeah,
It's just how it is. He's alive. Surprise, if you haven't seen the second one. Spoilers.
Yeah.
But no, that's not even spoilers. They showed him in the trailer. Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway,
But
back to the movie.
I think
also
movie,
I knew Insidious wasn't the right word. I was trying to do a joke.
I was continuing the joke saying like, I don't think the Insidious is the right word.
Okay, I thought you were just telling me Insidious wasn't
No,
the right word
no,
because
no,
you thought
no.
I was trying to say sinister.
I'm not dumb.
It
Bill.
sounded a little too serious. Just that
Okay.
part, but then the rest I obviously knew you were playing along because we were
Got it.
joking.
Anyway, let's get to the best part about this movie.
Well, there are a couple spots you could talk about.
Okay, well, yeah, the two best parts about this movie. One is the full Mysterio messing with Spider-Man scene that everyone wanted.
Okay,
I
I'm gonna
think
say
it's super
three
cool.
then. I'm gonna say three.
Okay.
Three particular parts.
Because that is what I wanted. I'm like, I fanboyed at that scene. I'm like,
Oh, and
oh, they did it.
yeah, it was
Yeah,
sick.
that was good.
That was super good. You're talking about the one where he gets hit by the train, right? That whole
Yeah.
scene. Yeah, amazing scene.
And like him in the snowball in his head.
Yeah.
The hit, a lot of him coming out because of the spider eyes.
Yeah.
Tony Stark's
Oh.
grave was good. MJ
that
falling
whole
off the Eiffel Tower was
Scene's
good.
Fantastic. Yeah.
What's your second scene?
Well, you should know.
You froze.
You froze.
Oh.
Are you? Am I
That's the
back?
third scene for me. That's my second scene.
Oh, that's my second scene. This is my second scene. Are you? Hmm. I think he's dead.
I'm back.
Wait, your video. Oh, there you are.
I'm back.
Okay.
Okay. It's
So
the
that's my second scene.
okay.
And
That's
what a good scene.
amazing. Yeah. Like
And if you don't know, it's
first time
because of
watching
Iron
this
Man
movie,
1.
I did tear up. Yeah. It's the perfect full circle of the Infinity Saga. Like they couldn't have done it better anyway. It's him doing that to Back in Black.
What does he say? What does he say? Oh, I love Metallica or whatever. He says something
Oh,
wrong.
I love Led Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin.
I love Led
that's right.
Zeppelin.
I love Led Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
And the first song in the MCU is Back in Black. The last song in the MCU is Back in Black. Perfect.
Yeah. So what was your
What's
second
your third
scene?
scene?
Oh,
That
I
was
thought
my
you
second.
said. Oh yeah, you only had two. That's right. My third is the final fight with where he closes
okay.
his eyes.
Come on, Peter.
What? That was possibly the most Spider-Man scene I have ever seen.
Yeah. That was really, really, really good. You want him? Come and get him. That was so good.
And then he
And
just
the no music too.
and it's
the no
completely
music?
silent. His eyes are closed through that whole thing, just destroying.
Mhm.
Quite possibly the best Spider-Man scene ever.
Come on, Spider-Man is probably
Come on,
up
Spider-Man.
there.
I would argue that's a really good Peter Parker scene.
Okay, sure. I agree.
But no, that is definitely up there for scenes in general.
Yeah.
I'm talking about not Spider-Man movies scene. I'm talking about Spider-Man scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
Great. Yeah. What else? That's all
those
I wanted to talk about.
I think those are the big things.
Yeah.
The comedy was spot on.
Oh,
again,
yeah.
from the continuing from the first one.
Did.
Yeah. The whole Ned and the other girl's relationship is hilarious.
So good. You know what I laughed a lot about is Flash. Flash is like actual like real life problems of like
his parents
Gerald,
didn't come to pick him up. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, and like also when Peter was looking at what everyone was texting, Flash was texting his father saying, "Father, why is Mother not answering my calls?" or something like that. It's been it's been 2 months since I've heard from Mother.
It's the comedy in that movie is spot on. It's exactly what it's trying to do, and they nail it.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's it.
I think that's the main stuff.
That's all I got. This movie is just genuinely really, really good. It's in my top 10 MCU movies.
Oh no, totally. Wait, I need to rank it. Real quick. Hold on. And then we got.
You need to rate it first.
Yeah, that was what I was about to say.
Yeah.
You can't.
I already got my rank.
You can't rate Justice League without having seen the first half.
I don't. I'll change my rating. It doesn't matter. That's just my initial rating. You can see my review though.
I'll do that in a minute. Let me go to my list.
Oh, you know, I was looking at after watching Far From Home. I was looking at reviews for it. I saw like an 8-star review that says, "Did Peter just refer to his dick as his web shooter?"
Yes.
And that's the only thing. Yes. Yes, but actually, yes.
Okay, hold on.
What'd you rate it, bud? Where is it gonna go? It's better than Homecoming. That's what you said.
Add to lists? Yeah, I gotta look at my list. Okay. Add. Let me go to that now. Okay. They're both gonna get 4.5 stars, but that's because they're super close to being equally good. Okay, let's see. Is it better than Thor: The Dark World? I don't know. Better than all that, obviously. Okay, now we're getting into the good stuff. Better than the first Cap? Yep. Better than Iron Man? Yep. Better than Guardians?
Better than Guardians? Better than Guardians of the Galaxy? Is Spider-Man Far From Home better than Guardians of the Galaxy? For me, you're just looking straight up at me. It's so funny. You're looking up.
On us, we're side to side. On mine, we're side to side. Which one would I rather watch more frequently, like all the time?
That's not a ranking.
That's a pretty good gauge of what I think the better movie is, though. Which one would I rather watch more frequently? Which one would I pretty much always be down to watch? That's a pretty good gauge for.
Yeah, I guess. But also, I wouldn't watch Infinity War all the time because of how long it is. But
that's
also,
true.
It's number 3 on
when it comes to these two specific movies, I think that's a fine way of comparing them.
Sure.
Because both of these movies could be watched frequently. Neither of them are as heavy as Infinity War or Endgame. That's actually a really tough question.
Can I review my list as you think about it? Yeah? Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
So this is the end of our Marvel Marathon, and that means we watched 22. Yeah, no, we're done, man. We've been looking at this. Um, and we watched 23 out of the 23 movies. We did not watch Hulk because that doesn't count.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go with my top. Actually, I'm not gonna go through. Let's just do top 10 Marvel movies based on our lists. Because honestly, I'll do honorable mentions. 11 is Cap 1.
Okay.
12 is Cap 3.
Let me just
13 is Cap 2.
hold on.
14 is Black Panther.
I think I got it. I think I'm good. Okay.
Okay.
I made my
Okay,
decision,
ready? Okay.
and I think I'm gonna stick to it.
You think? Okay. Let's go to number 10 on the list.
Go ahead. Should we do
Guardians 2.
Wait, hold on. Should we do our honorable mentions first? I know you already did, but do like your bottom 10, and then we'll do our top 10.
Okay. Bottom 10, which is 12 through 22?
11 through 22.
11 to 22. Okay.
Why would you start at 12?
I'll just go straight down.
Yeah.
Cap 1, Civil War. Cap 2, Black Panther. Avengers 2, Ant-Man. Iron Man 3, Ant-Man 2, Captain Marvel, Iron Man 2, Thor 2, Thor 1.
How are all of the Captain Americas in your bottom 10? Or in your bottom half of the list? How is that? How does that make any sense?
Barely missed it.
Even Civil War?
I like 10 movies more than that. Civil War is number 12.
Make any sense.
I like Cap 1 more than Civil War.
It just doesn't make any sense to me. Okay.
Yeah.
I am really
Cap
conflicted.
1, Cap 2, and Cap 3 are all next to each other in the middle of my list.
The problem is, like, I feel conflicted because my number 11 for me is Doctor Strange, but I feel like that should be in my top 10. But I also don't
Hold on,
feel
you're
like...
freezing for me. I'm gonna...
Okay.
Okay, I heard that number 11 for you was Doctor Strange.
Which is it's very conflicting because I love that movie, but also I can't see how I could take any of my top 10 movies out of the top 10.
And you,
Like,
yeah, and you see...
And this is a little bit of a spoiler, but we've talked about it before. Even Iron Man hits number 9. It almost got pushed out of the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
That's how impossible this is. And I feel so bad because I love Doctor Strange, but if I put Doctor Strange at 10, that pushes Captain America 1 out. And I love that movie.
Yeah.
This is tough. Alright. 11. Doctor Strange. 12. Captain America 2. Winter Soldier. Guardians 2. Age of Ultron. Black Panther. Ant-Man. Iron Man 2. Iron Man 3. Captain Marvel. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Thor. Thor the Dark World.
Yep.
Yeah.
Our bottom list is actually like really, really similar. At least
That
like 14 to
makes
22
sense.
is like identical.
We hate the same movies.
And then 13 through up, I think that's when it's gonna be like different.
Yeah.
Because okay, ready? Number 10.
Go ahead. We'll switch back and forth.
Okay,
I'll
go.
Okay.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Okay.
I enjoy this movie.
Oh wait, no, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I enjoy this movie more than all the Caps. It's a perfect character development movie. Every single main character, which is like 8 main characters, get developed, and it's incredible to watch. And the soundtrack is great, and I cried, and
That is an absolutely fair point.
Yep.
My number 10 is Cap 1.
Yep.
I've loved Captain America as a character, and also just the first movie since forever. So it's strange that that it is number 10, but there are so many good movies.
Yeah.
And it's insane how many movies I love and how many belong in the top but just can't be there because other ones belong there more.
Yep.
And even now I'm conflicted about my list, but this really is the most true version of the list that it can be, but it's still conflicting because I love so many of these movies.
Here's the thing. The movies that are farther down the list doesn't mean they're bad movies. They're just farther down the list.
Yeah.
That's why you're conflicted.
It only starts being bad at around 14 or 15.
It starts being bad at 16 for me. Actually, 14. Yeah.
No, I'd say 16. Like, it's just not good. Just not good.
Yeah, not good is 16.
Just like, just unenjoyable, really.
Yeah. Actually, 17 for me is unenjoyable.
Well, anyways. I mean, that's that. Yeah, Cap 1 is a classic, and that has my favorite Captain America suit as well. I love the soldier suit.
It's a good war movie. Yeah.
It's a great war movie.
Red Skull is a great villain.
Yeah, super
and
good.
Great introduction to them in Infinity Stone.
Yeah. What's your number 9?
Number 9 is Avengers 1, Marvel's Avengers.
Oh.
A classic. And yes, 8 other movies top this movie. And yeah, it's just, it was done perfectly. All the character interactions for the first time, the reason why they're doing it, Loki's rise to power and why he's doing it, Thanos' like subtle hints, but they actually don't actually kind of reveal them throughout the movie. This is a great movie. Number 9 for you. Stop. Okay, you know.
I'm not even adjusting. I'm not even adjusting. I'm just.
Also, I have to go in like 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Let's do this then. Number 9, Iron Man 1. A classic. I love that movie. Great introduction to the character, great introduction to the MCU, and it is just a fantastic and enjoyable movie and absolutely belongs in the top 10. And again, like you said, it's not that it's a bad movie. It's just I like other movies more than it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it. What's your number 8?
Number 8 is Doctor Strange. Honestly, I almost bumped this down to like number 11, but I just think that just pure enjoyment of like one of the newer movies, this one was like up there just because I love the magic fighting scenes. They did really good. This is a smart movie because all the fighting scenes were enjoyable. There is no fighting scene that I didn't find enjoyable or boring. Even the non-fighting scenes were incredibly engaging, and I think it's the best introduction. Actually, no, it's the second best introduction to an Infinity Stone.
That's fair.
Okay.
I love that movie. I really do. It's tough. I do love Doctor Strange. My number 8 is Avengers 1.
Yep.
Fantastic movie. Fantastic movie. And it's a fantastic introduction to the shared universe. Obviously, we already knew they were all in a shared universe, but Avengers 1 like fully solidified it, and you finally got to see what Marvel was trying to do, and they did it amazingly, fantastically.
Yep.
They did it perfectly, is what I'm saying. Yeah. So yeah, that's
right.
I'll try to keep these short. We'll get more detailed as it goes up. But what's your number 7?
Number 7 is Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Okay. We already talked about this. So.
Yep, there's 6 other movies that top it. That's it. Okay, you're number 7.
My number 7 is Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Oh.
Fantastic movie. Great introduction to the character. I mean, we got introduced in Civil War, but finally fully introduced to the character. And I love it so much. It's a great high school movie. It's a great Peter Parker movie. And it's also a great Spider-Man movie. And I absolutely love Michael Keaton as Vulture. I cannot appreciate him enough as Vulture. He's fantastic as a villain. What is your number 6?
My number 6 is Thor Ragnarok.
Oh.
I know, not even top 5. I get it, but
that hurts.
This movie is just incredible. It fixed Thor. It fixed the universe. Soundtrack's great. The comedy is one of the. I think it's the top 3 in comedy, in and of itself.
Yeah.
Just because of how much improv it is, Taika did an amazing job. This movie's great. All right, you're number 6.
Guardians of the Galaxy, for almost the exact same reasons.
Yeah.
The
Okay, cool.
The soundtrack is fantastic. The comedy is spot on. Everything is hilarious. They nail it all without being dumb comedy. And I've talked about this many times. Drax should just be dumb comedy that I don't enjoy, but he's dumb comedy that I love. Somehow he pulls it off, Dave Bautista, and it is hilarious. So
Why would I put my finger on his
put my finger on his neck? Fantastic movie, and I guess it does go at number 6. What's your number 5?
Number 5 is Spider-Man:
5.
Homecoming.
Here we go. Top 5
Top
movies
5.
of the MCU. Definitively,
And
this is the final list. This is the end of the line. This is the only list that matters.
I'm not going to do extensive reviews because I do have to go in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Spider-Man: Homecoming. Spider-Man's my favorite superhero of all time. But
Let's finish this. Let's finish this later, so we can do extensive reviews. This is the end of the line. This is the end of the MCU. This took us almost a year to do. We need to do it right.
I say we do this a separate video.
For the top 5?
Yeah. It won't be an hour long, but it'll be a separate video.
That's not a bad idea because we are already at an hour 21.
Okay, yeah, we need to finish this.
Okay. Come back next week for our top 5 MCU movies of all time. You may be able to predict what they are based on what we've already said, but you don't know what order we'll put them in.
Oh. So
we should record that another time too, so we can actually stream other stuff tonight.
Yeah. Okay. Next week we are going to start our Pixar.
I can't believe that's already here. I completely forgot about that. Absolutely, yeah. So the Pixar in release order is going to take place of our Marvel movie reviews. So next week we'll be starting with
Toy Story 1.
Toy Story 1 was the first one? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I can't believe that was it. What a fantastic start to a still fantastic studio. So yeah, next week will be Donnie Darko. I promise. I mean, Jordan, promise right now. Make the promise.
I promise. I promised 3 times.
Promise 3 times. That means Beetlejuice is going to show up or something. I don't know. Donnie Darko and Toy Story 1 next week. And also sometime in between this week and next week, we're going to come back for our top 5 MCU movies of all time, and our lists are absolutely true and definitive and are a fact, even though they're not the same.
And objective.
They are completely objective and definitely right.
And should we do it as a bonus episode, or just a separate video? Because I think we should just do a separate video.
What's the difference?
It doesn't matter.
What's the difference?
There's no difference.
Is the only difference calling it 38.5 and calling it separate video?
Yes.
We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Also, never mind. We streamed last night when this goes up.
All right. I have one more thing to say.